County today in hand of 2022 votes. The Deputy President attended a Sunday service at the Deliverance Church International in Kisii in the morning and later another service at St. Denis Kenyenya Catholic Church in Bomachoge, Borabu. Now the Deputy President took the time to champion for his hustler narrative while at the same time calling on church leaders to allow politicians in church.
You had Bishop here. You heard Bishop here this morning speak about bottom-up. At least I heard him. Because he said, God is the lifter of men. And that is the basis of what we are discussing. That it is possible for us to lift the jobless, to lift the people with small businesses, and we can all move together without leaving anybody behind. And it is my prayer that God will give us the wherewithal, the knowledge, the capacity to be able to lift men and women in accordance with his word. So that as you pray for this nation, pray so that God can raise men and women who know God in the leadership of our nation. That is my very humble request to you as a church. And I want to promise you that we will not let you down. We know what we believe in, and we are unapologetic, and we are unashamed of our faith. Bishop said something very profound, that we have many of us politicians now coming to church. Please welcome all of us to church. It is also my contribution on evangelism. I am evangelizing the people in my corner. So when you see them come to church, please receive them and preach the word of God to them. It's the only opportunity you have to show them God. I know they come with a lot of noise sometimes. I was told by one bishop that one politician came to church, and because he had been invited as the guest of honor, he went and sat straight on the bishop's chair because he thought that was the one for the guest of honor. But those are just minor mistakes. Why do I say so, Bishop? If you read Philippians on how evangelism evolved, Paul says to Philippians, chapter 1 and verses 15, 17 to 18, he says, there are those who preach the word out of goodwill, but there are those who preach the word of God out of strife and out of envy. In fact, Paul says there are even those who preach the word of God out of pretense. But he doesn't begrudge them. He says, so long as the word of God is being preached, wacha neno la Mungu liendelee. Hata kama mtu amekuja kanisani hapo akitegea siasa, wacha tu akuje, atapatana na neno la Mungu. Because that's the experience of Paul, you know. So thank you very much, church, for welcoming us. We are at home when we are in church. I have said, continue to pray for our nation. And we will also continue to pray for you as you stand in the gap for our nation. Finally,
now that is the game